guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the brand Delush. I've never tried this brand before, but they had a Game of Thrones inspired collection out, and so I decided that was the perfect opportunity for me to go ahead and pick up a whole collection and give you a live application review of the brand, and then more specifically collection, because this, you know, a collection doesn't stand for a brand in entirety, but I think it is a good, you know, look at what a brand is like, although of course, you know, this collection is all like kind of crowley polishes with large glitters inside, and of course there's a lot of other things that the brand does, but I do think that this collection probably does give you a pretty good idea of what you can expect from the brand in general. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I have to say first off that I was really pleased with everything. I would say that they're most all 3-coaters. There are 7 polishes in this collection, by the way, and it's called the Dames of Thrones collection, and it's based off of the Women of the Game of Thrones television series slash novels. So yeah, I was saying that they are pretty much all 3-coaters. The thing about them is they are layering glitters, so basically the more layers that you put on, the more dimension that you're getting, but then you have to balance that with, you know, you don't want to put on too much that it's going to be too thick and take forever to dry and look like, you know, you put like an inch of nail polish on your finger. So, you know, you want to balance that out nicely. I thought that most of them do need 3 coats though for opacity. So that's what I'm going to show you in the live application portion. And I'm going to go ahead and talk quickly about each polish in this collection and then show you the live application. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Alright, the first polish I want to talk about is called Dancing with Dragons, and I can only assume that this polish is named for Daenerys Targaryen. And yeah, this is really, really gorgeous. Just look at that sapphire blue color. That's what you get on the nail. However, I did need 3 coats to get full opacity. It's just this kind of a sheer polish, but what the sheerness does is it makes it so you can really see the layers of the glitter stacking on each other. So I like it a lot. It has copper glitters in there, blue and green, kind of like a mermaidy green, you know. Really, really gorgeous. Let's go ahead and see how it swatches in 3 coats. The next polish we're going to talk about is called Girl of Many Faces, and I'm assuming that this polish is for Arya Stark. They say Arya on the show, but it has an R in it, so when I look at the name, I want to say Arya, but you know, whichever way you say it. But this is kind of like a chestnut brown with lots of micro gold shimmer in there, but also gold glitter, and there's some red bits and some copper bits, and ooh, it's really, really pretty. This was definitely one of my favorites. This one is a little bit easier to get opaque in 2 coats, but I am going to show you 3 just as with the rest of them, so let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, the next polish is really, really, really bright. Like, this is the loudest polish for sure out of the collection. This is called Belle of Winterfell, and I think that this is for Sansa. And it's a orange jelly, and then it has bright, bright red glitters of different sizes, orange glitters, gold glitters, and this is really, like I said, bright on the nail. Really, really gorgeous. If you love orange polish, you will really go crazy for this one. And a really good representation, I think, for Sansa. So let's take a look. Alright, this next one is green, and this is one of the ones I wasn't quite sure who the woman on the series that this is for. It's called Garden of Thorns. And anyway, this is a green, it's like a crelly jelly base. This is also, again, pretty sheer on 3 coats. I really needed that 3rd coat to cover up the nail bed. Maybe this is for Marjorie. What do you guys think? But anyway, there are like big circle green glitters. There are kind of a little bit smaller light green glitters. There's even pink circle glitters in here, and a bunch of other stuff in here too. So really interesting looking polish. So let's take a look at how it swatches. Alright, next up, this is one of my very favorite color combinations here in the collection, but it's another one that was sheer at even 3 coats. But I think with all the glitter, the ones that are really sheer that I've mentioned, the blue, the green, and the orange, and this one, they're doable at 3 coats because there's so much glitter that they really does cover a lot. But the base is pretty sheer. But anyway, the base is a beautiful like grape jelly purple. And then it has all this super vibrant red and pink and purple glitter in it. Look at all that glitter. I mean, you would think that this was a red polish. Sorry about my phone. You'd think that this was a red polish, but it's not. It's actually a purple base. There's just so much glitter in this polish. I did actually have a little bit of a hard time getting the larger red glitters out in here, as you'll see in the live swatching. Sometimes I have a hard time with that. On this and 2 others of the polishes, I had a hard time getting the large glitters out. But you can fish them out like with a toothpick or something. But this one is called Queen of No Mercy, and so I think that this is probably for Cersei. But I don't really usually think of her as a purple gal, but when it came to the rest of the names of the polishes, I think that this was the one that was for her. So absolutely gorgeous. I love the color combo. So let's take a look. Next polish, this is the second to last one. This one is called A Night to Remember, and this is a dark, it's like a black jelly base with lots of different sized silver, that's hard, glitters in here, but they also reflect holographic, and this one you can get opaque in too, but I'm going to do 3 just as with the rest, just because, again, I had a hard time kind of fishing out those larger ones, but really, really gorgeous. I think this is for Brienne, because she's the knight, the female knight in the show, and just really, really lovely. Again, I really like this one a lot, so I think it was because I was surprised at how non-sheer it was compared to the rest of them. So let's take a look. Okay, I have to admit, I saved my favorite for last, and this is actually, I think, named after my least favorite character in the show. Cersei is definitely a villainess in the show. She's a queen, but I think I actually like this character even less, but it was my favorite polish out of the whole collection. And this one is called the Priestess. I'm pretty sure this is named after Melisandre, and I don't like her as a person on the show. I mean, she's a really great villainess on the show, and she does a good job at that, which is why I don't like her. But I love this polish. So this is like a ruddy brown. It's definitely, I mean, on the nails it looks brown, but when I look at it, it feels like it's kind of like a reddy or purpley brown. So anyway, and it's just filled with gold and copper glitter pieces. Some big ones again in there, like in some of the other polishes. I really love the color of this. I really enjoy that shade a lot. I'm going to show you 3 coats as with the rest of them. Yeah, this one was my favorite. Okay guys, so that was the whole collection. What did you think? Are there any in here that are absolutely must-haves? For me, because Tim and I are hardcore Game of Thrones fans, I knew that this whole collection was a must-have for me, just because it combines 2 of my really favorite things right now, Game of Thrones and nail polish. So I hope that you found the live review helpful. Overall, I really did enjoy these. I didn't have any staining with any of the more pigmented polishes. I did want to mention that. And I really enjoyed the look of the polishes, how they layered up. So and there weren't any that were like non-workable too. So I think that that's important to mention as well. Like, even though there were some a little bit thicker, or that you were shearing, you had to build them up a bit, there's nothing in here that, you know, when you come upon a polish where it's just like such a sticky mess, you can't even work with it, or it's not going to lay down. Nothing like that. So definitely a go for me. And if I had to tell you my favorites, I mean, I already said I really like this one, and then I think I'd pick out the purple and red one, and then I think also the one that was for Arya. So those three there. The Priestess, Queen of No Mercy, and Girl of Many Faces. Although, I have to admit, I pretty much liked everything. So, yep, that was the whole review. I hope that you found it helpful, like I think I said before. I'm repeating myself now. Have a really great day, you guys. Leave me a note in the comments if you've tried any of these, if you've tried any other polishes by Delush that anyone in the comments would find useful and knowing that you really, really like as well. I will talk to you guys very soon. Have a great day. Bye. So next we're on to blue, and this is the color I've been wearing in my nails in this video. It's definitely like a cornflower blue cream. This is really, really nice. I had been waiting to swatch this forever. It just had been sitting in my swatch bin. It's from NYC. It's called NY Blues, and it's just absolutely gorgeous.